It's hard to believe that Elden Ring has been out for over a year now. And in that time, there's been a lot of drama, awards, and mods. But as good as this game is, the sad truth is, I've not played it in over 8 months. I found myself pondering the question, was it a good title? Did it deserve Game of the Year? Or was it all just overinflated hype? And with that, let's begin Tarnished.
Today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring.
Game of the Year winner is...
Formed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
He is one-shots me! How is this balance, bro?
Tortellini, this is your chance to go to second phase. This is your chance. The dodge, Tortellini, please. Oh my God! He's just stomping on him. He's just stomping on him. He's not even attacking.
My God. Shrek? Donkey? Oh!
Frick, I can't let her hit me.
Oh! One shot, dude! You're dead from full XP.
I'm not gonna lie, that intro music gives me an erection every time. Oh hi, today we're gonna look at Elden Ring, and in case you've been living under a rock for the last year, it's an RPG developed by From Software, who are known for doing the Dark Souls series, which are infamous for being slightly difficult. And yes, that is the highest man in the world, Snoop Dogg, getting slightly angry at Dark Souls 3. What I'm trying to say is From Software are nothing but consistent. Elden Ring is another fun but difficult, rage-inducing, great title. How'd you slide? I figured out how to slide. No, that wasn't it. How do you slide? I forget. I can't remember how to fucking do the fucking slide! Oh, you fucking dirty motherfuckers and your fucking... What's the fucking button to slide down the fucking ladder? Such fun memories, am I right? And if you think having a super difficult game would hinder sales, well, you're wrong. The last lot of sales figures, which were published in March, show that 20.5 million copies of Elden Ring have been sold. So let me sprinkle a little bit of perspective on that for you. The first Dark Souls sold 6.1 million units, with Dark Souls Remastered selling 6 million. Dark Souls 2 sold 2.5 million, and Dark Souls 3 10 million. Which, when you combine all 3 titles, technically 4 titles, they only just outsell Elden Ring. And I'm pretty confident when the next DLC drops, which we can discuss later, sales will once again increase. So let's take a look at what makes Elden Ring so popular. But just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying this content and you want to see more content like this, then maybe subscribe to my channel. You can always unsub later. There's a reason Elden Ring won Game of the Year, and it's because the gameplay is just so refined. It gives you a lot of freedom that you don't get in many other titles. For starters, the character creation screen is so advanced that you can create all sorts of monstrosities. Fresh out of prison, Andrew Tate. I got done for Romanian sex trafficking me.
Geeks, bruv.
The reason Elden Ring is so good is because it doesn't try and handhold you through the whole entire game. It plops you in the middle of this big vast open world and says, here you go play the game.
Hot diggity dog! This place is magnificent.
An embarrassment of riches, as they say.
And I think that's the real reason that people find this game hard, because it is just so unapologetic. It doesn't try to cater for everyone, and if you are finding the game too hard, it gives you ample opportunity to go away and level up. But the problem is, when you out-level the bosses, all you really do is cheat yourself. You ruin that sense of achievement. And let's be honest, when you do die, you don't actually lose anything. I mean, yes, you lose a few runes, but they're so easy to come by. All you really do is lose a bit of time and hopefully learn a lesson along the way. Elden Ring gives you the freedom to explore this open world at your own pace. In a callback to old school RPGs, there are no quest markers. You are encouraged to actually listen to the stories and listen to what the characters are telling you. It helps you get more immersed within this very in-depth lore. And let's not forget the combat. It truly does take a minute to learn and a lifetime to master. This game gives you the ability to play your own way by having such a vast array of weapons and skills. The overall gameplay hasn't changed in the last year. Yes, there have been patches, and yes, certain weapons are no longer meta, and probably a few glitches don't work anymore. But one thing that has changed since day one and has somewhat advanced the gameplay are the mods. So unfortunately, if you are a console pleb, then you won't get to experience the glorious world of modding for Elden Ring. Within the first month of release, we barely scratched the surface of what you could do in regards to modding this game. I think within the first couple of weeks, people were able to mod themselves to have their main character look like Shrek. But as the months went by, we got introduced to new mods, and I have to say, some of these are pretty impressive. There are a lot of creative mods out there which allow you to change your actual character altogether, so you can now play as Darth Maul if you really want to. They also have new items and new bosses added to the game with certain other mods. But some of the truly impressive ones are like seamless co-op, which allows you and 3 other friends to play the whole game in co-op without having to worry about invasions or being walled off by those quest wall things. I don't know what they call them. You also have a survival mod, which, as you probably can tell by the name, turns Elden Ring into a survival RPG. You no longer get weapon drops, you have to go craft them. It makes the game that much more difficult. And let's not forget about PvP. There are PvP mods so that you don't have to go to the Colosseum or do an invasion. You can actually queue up for a mini battle royale type game. To summarize though, mods are going to keep this game alive for a very long time. And if it's anything like the Skyrim modding community, then there's going to be some truly impressive changes to this game. But if you want something more official, let's talk about DLC. Okay guys, let me show you everything we know about the new DLC.
What the hell is even that?
So yeah, From Software tend to keep their cards close to their chest, and they don't like to give out too much information. Last year they dropped a 1-minute video on Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck Elon calls it these days, showing that there's going to be a new update, and the very next day we had it, the PvP Colosseums. And it was quite a large update and just out of the blue. As you can imagine, people were happy. So a full-blown new DLC officially published by From Software is probably going to outsell a lot of games this year, assuming that you do have to pay for it. You never know, it could be free. I doubt it, but you never know. Now it's time for everyone's favourite metric, and that is of course Steam charts. And I have to say, I'm not even surprised by these numbers. Elden Ring is doing just fine. It has a healthy player base, and this is just Steam. Bear in mind, this was released on multiple platforms. I mean, there's still players playing it a year later. If we compare it to something like Hogwarts Legacy that was released this year, it's actually doing better than it. Twitch numbers are also very healthy. It just seems like there's a strong community around this game, and it's probably down to the fact that it's got so much replayability to it. Not to mention the countless challenges of trying to complete the game in the most stupidest way possible. My personal favourite is the guy who got his goldfish to play Elden Ring for him. So I'm not lying when I say Elden Ring truly is in a shocking state, and that state is very positive and good. I think it helps as well that From Software have consistently been dropping new patches, and let's be honest, the From Software fanboys are probably some of the most loyal on the planet. So overall, and in my opinion, feel free to disagree with me in the comments, I feel like there's a healthy player base for this game still, and a good strong community. But I'm sure someone will give me a 20-page essay in the comment section telling me I'm wrong. For a lot of people, myself included, Elden Ring was their first introduction into a Dark Souls-like game. And all I can say is, wow, what an introduction. Since playing Elden Ring, I have gone and purchased Dark Souls 1 Remastered, and I do want to try number 2 and number 3. Oh, and people also go on about how I need to play the Bloodborne series, so that's another one I'm going to have to pick up. Overall though, it's a great game. It deservedly got Game of the Year. And if you haven't tried this game out yet, then all I can say is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you not been listening? This is the most perfect and best game ever. I have almost 500 hours. I know what I'm talking about. I joke, honestly, give it a go. It's really good. But anyway, on that bombshell, I'll end the video. As always, if you've liked what you've seen today and you want to see more content like this, then maybe consider subscribing. I post once a week and usually cover off similar topics. Also, don't forget to leave a like. If I get enough, I might just play another Dark Souls game. And I'll leave a couple of videos on the screen for you right now, which you might enjoy. And a super huge thank you to my patrons and YouTube members. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.